Hi, I'm Ed from Uckfield Motor Services and we're back again recording some content for Professional Motor Mechanic magazine. Today we're here with Kane and looking at their 5 Gas Exhaust Analyser. If you're really enjoying the content, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's take a look at the Kane 5 Gas Exhaust Analyser. So first things first, it comes in this lovely bag here which has all the products in it. Here's the main actual unit. What I like about it is it's rugged, it's got rubber plastic bits around the side to keep it protected. It's also lightweight and handheld, which means it's portable to take it around the car and anywhere in the workshop. First look at the machine when it's up and running. It does all the various fuel types. So you've got petrol, diesel, LPG, and it does aircon gas as well. With the petrol, it records oxygen, CO, CO2, hydrocarbons and a lambda, which is really useful when you're diagnosing stuff. With the diesel, it measures NOx, which we all know we have a lot of NOx problems in the workshop with these epoxy blue problems. And it also does aircon as well, and it measures the pressure, the temperature and the airflow rate on the aircon system. What's really good about it as well is we can use it alongside our current diagnostic packages, and the problem is we all plug our computers in and automatically go, oh, that's the problem. With this we can also prove it and help with the final results. So say for example you've got an exhaust leak or an air leak, you know the lambda's going to be high. So it's really useful and it's a portable tool to use around the workshop. So another good selling point about the Kane 5 Gas Exhaust Analyser is the fact that it comes with a year's warranty. But if you have it serviced every year, they'll extend that warranty up to 10 years. Where I can see this being really useful is we have 2 really busy MOT test lanes, so trying to get onto our emissions analysers can be quite a bit of trouble sometimes, so this would be really useful around the workshop to be able to use instead of trying to get onto the MOT bays. Also, if you're mobile, I can imagine this would be very useful as well, or if you haven't got an MOT test lane and don't have an emissions analyser, you'll be able to test them before you bring them up for an MOT, or when they fail an MOT you can test them before they go back for the retest. Also, if you've got a fleet of vehicles, same thing, you have to get them MOT'd or tested every so often. This would be really useful to make sure they'll pass the emissions before you take them in for an MOT. This product is made in the UK by Kane. It's distributed by Sykes Pick-Avant and is available through most motor factors in the UK. Right, let's get it on the car and give it a test and see what we find out. Right, so we've got this Mini in today with a misfire problem. It's got a fault code for a misfire. So what we're going to do is we're going to check it on the exhaust analyzer. We've had to leave it for about a minute to carry out its calibration, and then we plugged it into the exhaust, the probe into the exhaust. So we'll start the engine up and see what happens. So you can automatically hear that straight away it's got a misfire. But what we can start seeing, we're going to leave it about 20 seconds to see what data starts coming through. And already I can see the hydrocarbons have shot up, and also the CO is very high, which automatically straight away says to me that it's running rich. There's an ignition problem of some variety. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at under the car bonnet and see what we can find, and then hopefully get to the bottom of it. So we've done a bit of further testing and found out that the coil pack on cylinder 1 was faulty. I've swapped it in with a known good one. The car now sounds a lot better. So what we'll do, we'll have a look on the emissions analyzer and see what the emissions are like now. So we fired her up, and you can see I've got the mobile in my hand here. And the good thing about this analyzer is you can connect it to a mobile app and it will give you live readings on the go. So the good thing is obviously you've got a long lead and it can get you to pretty much the front of the car, but if you've got a longer vehicle, you won't be able to see the readings from the machine. So you can see them live on your phone, which is really useful. And I can already see that it's all back in its parameters. It should be where it is. The CO's low, the hydrocarbons are back where it's meant to be. So we know this car is fixed and healthy and ready to go. You can also print straight from the app the results to a printer. So for us, we have our printer on our Wi-Fi and we can send the results straight for our print copy to reception, and then the customer has a hard copy of the results. So another handy way to relay the information to the customer is you can print it off with a handy mobile printer. So you can literally print it, just press the print button, press enter. It has to be from the infrared, the line of sight of the printer. As you can see now, it's printing out the results. So that's another hard copy that you can give the customer. You can even print out one before and after, so it shows the difference in the results. Another unique feature about the gas analyzer is the fact that it does aircon. There's no other machine that does this on the market. So you have to get a few optional extras for it. So here we've got 2 temperature sensors, one for the high pressure and one for the low pressure. 2 pressure sensors, once again, one for the high pressure, one for the low pressure. And we've also got a machine that does the fan speed and humidity. So what we'll do, we're going to put it on this car. We know it hasn't really got a problem, but we'll put it on the car and see what readings we get. Right, we've got the vehicle all plugged in with all the various sensors, the pressure sensor, temperature sensor, and the fan speed sensor in the car. What we're going to do is turn the car on and see the difference in the results. Right, so we fired the engine up and got the aircon system working now. This system that we're working on today is an R1234YF system. With this machine, you can choose all the various aircon gases. It does a lot more than what we see in the automotive because it does commercial and all sorts of various other bits. But we can see that the low pressure is around 2 bar, which we expect. The high pressure is at 13.5 bar, which is perfectly within the parameters. The temperature are within parameters as well. And also, as you can see, it's got the air speeds and also the temperature live reading, which is a 12.8, which is perfectly cold enough. What's good about it is all within one system. You can see lots of readings at the same time. It can really help with the aircon diagnosis, especially if you've got something like a blockage or a weak compressor or something along those lines that you're struggling to diagnose. This can give you some good readings on it, and yeah, becoming very useful. So we've given it a good test in the workshop. The Kane 5-gas exhaust analyzer really has done everything that we needed of it. It also does come in a 4-gas analyzer version as well, which is useful if you only need it for those items. What I love about the product, first thing is it's small, mobile. But if you're a mobile technician or if you haven't got an emissions analyzer already in your workshop, it's a really good portable system. I love the fact that it linked to an app on the phone as well, and that you can see live readings on your phone, which is really useful because you can share them via email, WhatsApp, whatever means you have. Another thing is the fact that you can have up to a 10-year warranty if you have it serviced every year. Definitely recommend getting it serviced. It's the same as your emissions analyzer, you have to have them calibrated, and if you don't have it serviced or calibrated, it won't give you the correct readings. But having a 10-year warranty, or up to a 10-year warranty if you get it serviced and calibrated every year, is a really good point. Also, the aircon thing on it was really useful. Obviously they're optional extra addition, but it's really useful for looking at pressures and temperatures and fan speeds and further aircon diagnosis. So if you're looking to kind of get an emissions analyzer, whether it be help you with MOT emissions problems or for your general diagnostics, which is really useful as you saw with this car, I would definitely recommend the Kane 5-gas exhaust analyzer. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like some more information on the Kane 5-gas exhaust analyzer, then click the link below. I'll see you on the next one.